Are you guys as excited about Hogwarts Legacy as I am? I'm Jay with Galleon Gaming, here to go over everything you need to know about the game. This game is going to be absolutely massive. Hogwarts Legacy pre-order sales are going absolutely crazy. It is the top selling game on Steam and it's not even out yet. So let's jump right into everything you need to know before the game comes out. Hogwarts Legacy is going to be an open world single player RPG game where you can finally find yourself in the wizarding world, as I'm sure you, just like me, have been waiting for years. Once we get into the game, you'll be able to make your fully customizable character, choose your house, get a wand, all early on at the start of the game. Then we're going to get into learning spells, battling foes, gaining some XP, and let's be honest, who doesn't love doing some grinding and enhancing our magic abilities? We'll also be stopping poachers from taking our beloved magical creatures, and of course be able to tame and keep these creatures in our own vivarium in the room of requirement to help us upgrade our gear. This game is looking to be phenomenal. We of course will be able to fly on broomsticks. Sadly, it has been confirmed there will be no Quidditch in the game at this point, but hopefully later on. But we can also fly on hippogriffs and just go out and completely explore the beautiful, huge open world. And on our way during exploration, there will be tons of different side quests and things to do popping up on our mini-map as we fly and explore. I personally am excited to complete every possible thing that is offered in the game as a huge Harry Potter fan since the first books released so long ago now. But let's go ahead and get into what we know so far about the main story. We are going to be starting Hogwarts late, starting as a 5th year student, and we will need to catch up on our studies as we will obviously be a bit behind everyone who started Hogwarts as an 11-year-old. To help us do this, the Ministry of Magic has given us our Wizards Field Guide, which will be our ultimate guide to the game and also seemingly be our pause menu. This will help us progress in the game and also capturing our progress in collecting the different collectibles available to find around the world. Unknown to us, our character seems to have a connection with a long-gone ancient magic which seemingly starts to stir up lots of trouble and confusion at Hogwarts, based on what we saw in the most recent cinematic trailer. The game takes place around 1890, so most of the well-known and loved, or hated, characters will not be in the game. However, we certainly have seen some very familiar faces like Peeves the Poltergeist, Gryffindor Ghost Nearly Headless Nick, and a few others, as well as some ancestors of some very familiar characters we will know. Also, of course, there will be all kinds of very welcome familiarities within the school and the surrounding areas of Hogwarts Castle, as the game does follow the lore from J.K. Rowling's books. Let's go ahead and talk about when this game will be released and the system requirements for PC, as it's a bit of an odd one. Hogwarts Legacy will be released for PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC on February 10th, 2023. For PS4 and Xbox One users, the game will be released on April 4th, 2023, and then for Nintendo Switch, the game will come out on July 25th, 2023. The minimum recommended requirements to play this game on PC are a doozy. They recommend that you have 16 gigabytes of RAM, an Intel i5 or AMD Ryzen 5 3.2 GHz CPU, along with a GTX 960 or AMD Radeon RX 470 4GB graphics card, and this is just to run the game at 720p 30 FPS. And for the maximum recommended settings to run the game at 2160p 60 FPS, you need 32 gigabytes of RAM, an Intel i7 or AMD Ryzen 7 3.8 GHz CPU with an RTX 3090 Ti or AMD RX 7900 XT, 20 plus gigabyte GPU, and of course it's recommended to have a SSD hard drive. I've added the requirements on screen, as well as I will link to the website in the description if you need the full specs. That is pretty much the gist of Hogwarts Legacy, but what can you do now to get ready for the game's release, which is just a few weeks away? First thing I would start with is going to the Wizarding World website, which I will link in the description, so you can complete an assessment to get sorted into your house, as well as answering some questions to find out your wand type. Also, be sure to link your Wizarding World account and your WB Games account, so that way when you load up Hogwarts Legacy, your house and wand will be transferred over into the game right away. I will add a pop-up here to a video where I show you all exactly how to do this and include it at the end of the video. I just want to note that when you load up the game, you will still have the option to choose a different house and wand, so everyone should still do these assessments, because if you complete this and link your accounts, You get a free House Fanatics school robe and a beaked skull mask early on into the game. Also, I did want to add that there is an assessment to get your own Patronus, but we have received confirmation that this will not transfer over into the game, at least not at launch, but hopefully in the future. Now, if you're wondering which version of the game you should get, I certainly have a recommendation for everyone. The deluxe edition of Hogwarts Legacy is only $79.99 US, which is only $10 more than the standard edition of the game, and it comes with 72 hours early access to Hogwarts Legacy, which is absolutely huge, as well as some pretty awesome additions. You will get the Dark Arts cosmetic set, you will obtain access to the Dark Arts Battle Arena, which is not in the standard edition, and you will get the free Thestral mount, which as far as we know is the only way to be able to mount Thestrals in the game. You also will receive a Dark Arts Garrison hat for your character, and yes, I think that you should pre-order the game, as you can literally pre-order up to the day before release and you gain a free Onyx Hippogriff mount for pre-ordering. If you have an Xbox Series S or X and a PS5 and are wondering which console to purchase Hogwarts Legacy on, I certainly recommend to purchase it for your PS5, as this comes with a PS exclusive quest line called the Haunted Hogsmeade Shop, which will only be available for PS users for the entire first year of the game. As well as with the PS controller, when flying, you'll be able to use the gyro feature in the controller to steer yourself just by tilting your controller, which sounds pretty cool. Something to think about as we wait for the game to be released is which difficulty setting you are going to want to play on, as WB Games has done a great job making sure this game will be great for people who are just huge Harry Potter fans but might not be the biggest gamers, and also for the serious gamers as well. The game is going to have 4 different difficulty settings, from story mode, which will be for people who just want to explore and complete the Hogwarts Legacy story, all the way to hard difficulty, which will obviously be for the more experienced gamers who want a challenge. I will add that it has been confirmed that your chosen difficulty can be changed at any point while playing the game. Another thing you can and probably should do is keep an eye on the WB Games support website, because they are constantly updating it with great information and answering questions about Hogwarts Legacy, so I recommend visiting that maybe once a week and just reading anything new they have posted to get all the possible details about the game as you can. I would also strongly recommend following @Hogwarts Legacy on Twitter, because they are constantly posting more information and pictures about the game, so it's a great way to get your Harry Potter fix. The links for these 2 websites will be in the description of the video. That is your ultimate guide to Hogwarts Legacy and everything you can and should be doing to prepare for the game's launch, which is now just a few short weeks away, and I just can't wait. Please let me know in the comments if you have completed your sorting ceremony and which house you will be starting with in Hogwarts Legacy. Hope you all enjoyed the video and that it was helpful to everybody. This is Jay with Galleon Gaming. Have a great day.